Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Good morning. Dear students, today we will continue chapter number 1, Introduction to Biology. Our today's topic is level of organization, which is present on page number 7 to 10 of your textbook. Previously we started question number 9, that was describe the level of organization of life. And we have already completed 3 levels, subatomic and atomic level, in which we studied how atom is present or what is atom and how subatomic particles are helpful in the living organism. And when we talked about the second level of organization, that was higher level than atomic level, because atomic level was smallest level of living organism. At molecular level, we discussed when more than two atoms combine together, they form molecules, and when these molecules combine together, they form organelles, and different organelles combine together, they form cell. And we discussed how cell is helpful, or that is the basic unit of life. Today we will complete tissue level, organ and organ system level, individual level, population level, community level, and biodiversity biosphere level. When we are talking about number 4th level, that is tissue level. In tissue level, when we discuss when similar cell that perform similar function are organized into group, it is known as tissue. What it means, we already discussed, cell is the basic unit of life which has different type of molecule and organelles. And now we are talking when similar type of cells combine together, they form tissues. And tissue is a group of similar cells that are specified to perform a common function. That means all those cells that perform a similar function, these are known as tissues. For example, when we are talking about cellular respiration or protein synthesis, these life processes are done by similar type of cell or similar tissues. In animals, we have majorly 4 types of tissues: epithelial tissues, connective tissues, nerve tissues, and muscle tissues. When we are talking about epithelial tissues, these tissues basically act as our skin. Okay, connective tissues are present in the form of connecting and supporting tissues like our blood and bones, etc. And in nervous tissues that conduct messages, and muscle tissues act as contracting tissues. When we are talking about level 5, that is organ and organ system. When different type of tissues combine together and they perform a similar function, it is known as organ. For example, our arm is an organ that performs a single function. Here is another example of stomach, that is an organ that is specialized for the digestion of protein and for storing food. Okay, when two major type of tissues are organized in its structure, for example, epithelial, those are glandular tissues, secrete the gastric juice, and muscular tissues perform contraction of stomach walls for grinding of food. There are 2 different type of tissues are performing same function, and it is known as organ. Okay. Number 6 level is individual level. When different type of organ and organ system are organized together to form a whole individual or organism. In organism, various organs and organ system are organized in a such way that all the functional processes are coordinated. For example, human is engaged in continuous and hard exercise. Not only his muscle are working, but also there is an increase in the rate of heartbeat. This accelerated rate of respiration and heartbeat supplies more oxygen and food to the muscle which they need for continuous work. That means in individual, we are discussing about how each organ and organ system act together. Number 7th level is population level. When we are talking about population level, that means we are talking about interaction between similar species or individuals in the same habitat. For example, a population is defined as a group of organisms of the same species located in the same place at the same time. That means we are defining it with 2 major points: same species and same place. For example, number of rats in a field of rice in 2002. Here we are talking about area and year. number of students in biology class in semester 2008. So these are populations. Similarly, when we are talking about human population, number of human beings in a particular city or country at a particular time. Next level is community level. When we are talking about community, that means it is an assemblage of different populations interacting with one another within the same environment. That means single environment where different type of populations are present and they interact with each other is known as community. A forest can be considered as a community because it includes different type of plant species and microorganisms and other things also. When we are talking about community, community can be complex type of community or simple type of community. In complex community, for example, forest community, a pond community, or other community that, whereas in a talking about simple community like a fallen log with various population under it, so there are different type of aerobic and abiotic and biotic factors that can affect different type of communities. Simple community is any community which is present on a single area or very with a limited amount of organisms. But when we are talking about complex community, that means there are number of different type of plant, microorganisms, animals. There are number of different population. Okay. The last level is biosphere level. When we are talking about biosphere level, that means it is the part of the earth that is inhabited by organisms communities. That means more than one organism communities are present on the part of the earth. It is known as biosphere level. It constitutes all ecosystem where living organisms interact with non-living components of the environment. We will discuss in detail here. Level of organization, we discuss subatomic and atomic level. As you know, this is the diagram of atom. When more than one or two atoms combine together, they form molecule. Like here is a protein molecule or DNA molecule. These molecules combine together and they form organelles level. Organelles, that means they create a single organelle, and different type of organelles combine together and form cell level. And cell level, different type of cells when more than one cells combine together to perform a single form of function that are known as tissue level. And tissue level, when different type of tissues combine together to perform a single function, this is known as organ and organ system level. Here you can see, if we are talking about only about stomach, that means it is an organ. We are talking about liver, it is an organ. But when we are talking about whole digestive system, it is known as organ system level. These different type of organ system levels combine an individual level. What it means, when we are talking about organ levels, that means nervous system, digestive system, muscle system, blood circulation system, these are all performing together and form an individual level. When different type of individual or similar species combine together, they form a population level. Like when we are talking about human being, number of different human beings combined together, they are present at the same time at a same location, is known as population. When different type of population combine together and form a community, okay, it is known as community level. And when different type of community combine together, they form biosphere level. This is the level of organization of life. I hopefully it is clear to you now. Thank you class for today's lecture. You have to learn and write down this question from page number 7 to 10 after watching this video lecture. Allah Hafiz, have a good day.